Hello, guys. It's been a while since we met. How have you guys been after finishing our degree? I hope all are doing good. So yeah, I've been helping my father's business in an Airbnb as well as his bike business. So with that, I also get some glimpse from my other friends and my seniors that they're doing their business. So what do you think, Ansari?
Hello, Bala. It's good to see you again. I think most of us here have been busy helping our parents with their business since most of us have family with business background. That got me thinking, why don't the five of us here open up our own business? I personally think it's a great idea considering we're best friends.
Well, actually, I think it's a great idea. And actually, my family have opened up a restaurant for over 5 years now, and I know pretty much everything about how to operate the business. And I think my parents could also help us to arrange a strategic location if we really want to open our business. So, what do you guys think, Fatana, Ami?
So you're suggesting for us to open up a restaurant? I
Interesting.
think it's a good idea since we are also graduating soon, so it can give us some income. I can help with the marketing strategies, which can boost the sales of our restaurant since I have a few knowledge on it.
I
That's a
will
good
agree
one.
with your idea too, Kila. I think by open up a restaurant in strategic location, we can generate a high revenue not just from selling our own product, but that includes delivery and even offer our customer with catering service. With that, we can get several income sources and keep our business going. I can be the chief of human resource, and I suggest Bala will be managing director and Ansari as the head of financial management. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Yes. By the way, Bala, can I ask if you want to open up a restaurant, so where can we get the financial resources in order for us to start this business actually?
Okay, so that's a good question. Yeah, because capital is the very important thing for our business to open. We can get loan from our bank, or if you all want to pump up your savings also, it's advisable.
Alright, thank you, Bala.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. So, Ans, since you are the manager for our finance, so what do you have in mind? How do you want to flow the cash? And can you please explain on the ingredients of how you want to use for our local breakfast?
So, considering that we are going to open a restaurant, we're going to need a business startup. As the head of finance management for our business startup, we first calculate the expenses to buy kitchen equipment, furnishing, and vehicles by calculating capital needs during the starting of our business. We conclude that we need kitchen equipment, as you can see from the slide, which is 250,000. Furnishing, that includes chair, tables, decorations, which is 140,000 to 300. Vehicles for our delivery, and the subtotal would be 433,300. This would be sufficient to create and outfit our restaurant. We do need working capital to keep our business going. Next step is to calculate working capital for 1 year. So as we can see, considering all our expenses to operate the business, we have a total of 243,600 to cover our budget expenses in 1 year. Adding up both subtotal, our company will require a grand total of 676,900. Thus, we need a long-term loan as it helps to cover the extra expenses. So I've tried to apply for a long-term loan from a bank, and the bank agrees to lend a loan to our company with the amount of 313,540 for 3 years with the interest rate of 2.14%, as you can see from the slide. Okay, thus our company needs to pay an amount of 9,000 monthly for the loan. Next this is our unit cost of materials. As we can see, the cost of goods sold for one set of roti telur goyang is 4 ringgit 70 cents. We will make a profit of 35%, which add up to 1.65 ringgit from the original price, becoming 6 ringgit 35 cents. As for beverages, we will only be taking a profit of 50 cents from the every drink purchased by customers.
Yeah, that sounds promising for me. Well, that's a good one, Ans. That's a good one. I hope we keep progress as what we planned.
For me, as a human resource management, I
Mm-hmm.
will need to find a suitable person to work with us. So
Exactly.
recruitment and selection and are arguably the most visible elements of for HR. Recruiting candidates and selecting the best one to come and work for the company is a key HR responsibility. Finding the best fits is a key task. For example, I need to find a good and experienced chef to promote him to be the head chef for our restaurant. HR can use different selection instruments to find the best person to do the work. This includes interview, different assessment, reference checks, and other recruitment methods.
To say the best, but the suitable person for our work,
Yes.
because we need customers not only come for once but continuously to come. And back to you first, your point of view on the planning.
For me, as me myself being the head of marketing manager, so I think promoting and having a right track of marketing our own business, our own restaurant, is actually a very vital thing to think of. And a few ideas that what I can propose, which when we open up our restaurant later, the first thing we need to make people aware of our opening restaurant, which actually we need to let them know by maybe sending flyers or brochures to the nearby shop lots or maybe houses to make people aware of this new opening restaurant. And there, people will notice our restaurant and will bring their maybe families and friends together. And I also think that we need to have our official social media platform, such as maybe Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and maybe YouTube to market our business and to reach our target community, which are the residents and peoples around Ipoh area, and also maybe the tourists that come over. That is all my idea for right now. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's okay.
With your idea.
It's a good
Uh,
opinion.
And then Bala, for our business operation, I think the business will be operate from 5:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. What do you guys think with the business operation? Is it okay with others? Since we prepare a breakfast restaurant, right? So I think with the business operation will be fine, right?
Yes.
So as we agreed by I think we can rent a few stalls in our restaurant so that it will help to increase our revenue for our restaurant.
Yes, yes, I will support that.
Okay.
Good. So as for being managing director, I'll be the backup. As for finance, don't worry on finance and any other operation part. I'll backup for you, all of you.
All right.
All right.
So I hope we
Thank you.
can do this together.
Yes, we can do it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope all of you are doing well. Since it has been exactly the first year of the business that we have started up and also running very well, so we have come to the first year, and this is our first annual general meeting. So as the managing director myself, would like to know the updates of our income, our revenue, and also any other debt or loss, and also the progress of each. First of all, I would like to start from our finance department. Hans, can you start with your progress?
Yeah, thank you, Bala. After 1 year, as you can see from the slide, this is our company's projected financial statement. Starting with income statement, as we can see, our net income is positive, which is 35,060 ringgit after subtracting revenues with all our expenses over the years. Moving on, this is our statement of honest equity. Our capital during the start of the business is on 1st January 2020 is 45,000. And in December 31, 2020, after 1 year, our capital increased to 85,060 ringgit.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a very good.
Yeah, that's a very good standing for our business. Yeah. So next, we move on to our balance sheet. In the balance sheets, I've listed the assets that this company has owned, such as current assets, and which includes cash on hand, cash in the bank, inventory, prepaid expenses, and account receivable. Whereas for long-term asset, we have property, furnishing, kitchen equipment, and vehicles. In liability, I have listed what the company owes, such as accounts payable, rent or lease, accrued utilities as spent, interest payable, wages payable for the employees, and employees' medical insurance. For long-term loan, we already paid an amount of 108,000 for the first year. Thus, we left with 205,540 to pay to the bank for our long-term loan. Our total assets and liabilities plus the owner's equity is 316,300 after it's been balanced. To conclude with our projected financial statement, our overall financial position of company is stable and we can continue operating for the next year.
That's a very good progress update, Ans. Thank you very much. As been
Yeah.
the financial manager, you've done your job very well. Next, I'd like to call upon our HR. Kate.
Alright, what I have found from our employees, there are
Mm,
some of them struggle to perform well in certain areas. So I
I
suggest
see.
we doing a learning and development, or you can call it L&D, to help them
Mm-hmm.
to improve their performance. Learning and development is led by me, HR, and good policies can be very helpful in advancing the organization towards in long-term goal. Many organizations have predefined budget for L&D efforts. This budget is then distributed amongst employees, with trainers, future leaders, and other high potential often receiving more training opportunity than others. That's all from me.
Well, thank you very much, Sami. So I think I will support L&D, the program. But then when we are doing L&D, we need to pump in money. So we make sure that we get back our money with the
Yeah,
betterment. Next,
true.
without further ado, I'd like to call upon Miss Fazana, our marketing head, to talk on her progress.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm very happy seeing that we have already reached a peak
Yes.
for our 1 year business, and I like to congratulate to all of you. And like this is my future planning and marketing our business. We can have some food trucks around Ipoh or maybe any area have
Yeah, yeah.
maybe targeted to actually like maybe this part there are many people that want Malaysian breakfast. So like we can locate it there to make people easily
Easier.
access to our
Yes.
restaurant. And I think we also need to actually use the money for marketing our restaurant wisely and not to overuse it. And then I also wants to suggest that maybe we can have our own ERP system, which are the price resource planning for our restaurant inventory management. This can be quite pricey. Yes, it is very pricey, but then it will be very useful for our kitchen staff, for our staff that will be handling the raw materials and so on to count the stocks to actually cook our food. By having all that later on, we can actually go further and even expand our restaurant to other locations and maybe to even have a franchise program. That is all my opinion on future plannings of marketing
Understood.
our restaurant. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Miss Faz. I think you're also on track, and that's a good progress all these years, and also on your future planning. I'll support this personally and also formally. Next, coming back to our operation head.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you, Bala. So for our restaurant operation, okay, the first thing that we emphasize is the quality control, especially for the food quality. Since we want to increase our food production in order to fulfill the customer demand, we need to maintain the quality of the food at the same time, right? So what we do, we regularly update our stock in order to avoid out of stock situation. And then we also make sure that our raw ingredients still fresh and high quality so that we can serve the quality and safe food to our customer. For the kitchen, we make sure that the cleanness of the equipment that we use, and at the same time we implement the basic rule of the kitchen safety toward our employees. For example, we use after using the equipment that after using the equipment we make sure that they put back at their place, and then we have the fire extinguisher in the kitchen, and then if the employee have a long hair, and then we make sure it tied back. And then for staff, we make sure to give a proper training, especially on how to handle online orders since we use the delivery services. So basically, we try to create an efficient workflow among employees so that we can provide a good services to our customer, and at the same time we can reduce our expenses. Since we are still in the pandemic COVID-19, so we decide to reduce the customer capacity to dine in at our restaurant. Even though we reduce the capacity, we try to promote our delivery services through Foodpanda and GrabFood. Through service delivery, we do promotion such as combo set. So, I mean, like for example, if you buy two set of roti telur goyang, then we give you free teh tarik, something like that. So this is one of the strategy to attract customer to use more our delivery services. For rental store in our restaurant, so we make sure that every store selling a different kind of food. So will
Yeah.
help us to minimize competitiveness among us. From there, we can provide a variety of food for our customer to choose. So I think this is like a win-win situation for both sides. We provide a variety choice, so it's easy for customer to buy a different kind of food from one restaurant. So at the same time, it saves their cost in terms of delivery expenses. So this is all about the operation. So that's all from me.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Akila. I really support on the delivery planning on your future planning because it helps the customers to reduce their petrol wages and stuff, expenses and stuff. They can get all their breakfast in one place. So that's a very
Yeah.
good planning. Well, dear team, thank you very much for being very supportive and very committed throughout this whole year, this whole 1 year. We have done a very good job progressing our business. Well, next, we don't stop here. We'll bring our business to the next level. So I hope
Yes.
we still work together as a team. Well, good
Yeah.
luck, everyone. Good day. Stay safe.
Good
Take
job,
care.
Thank you.
everyone. Thank you
Thank you,
so
Good
much.
job.
boss.
Thank you so much.